We are watching Lexi's Freestyle Below the Water, commentary by Coach Chris. Again, going to let this run so we can see her stroke in real time. She gets really good roll side to side. It's just the recovery part. She's not finishing the roll and getting far enough on her side so that, like I said, that armpit's opening up. But I really like what I'm seeing, at least motion-wise. Head position's really solid through the swim, and that's really important. I mean, that's the head position we talk about. Down and forward, not too far down, not too far forward, somewhere in between. Nice long neck. That's the freestyle that we're looking for. Nice low breath to the side, no extra movement. I mean, this transition is, for this age, is really, really good. And I've been watching videos all day. This is one of my later ones, and I really am happy with how she's breathing. Extending a little high. You can see how her hands extending out. That's the extension phase, when we're reaching forward. After our hand has hit the water and we're reaching forward, a little high. I would like to see that arm end in this position. So instead of reaching out forward, reach down and forward along the same angle that you're looking. And she gets there, but she's already initiated the pull to get there. So this is the angle that I really want. Instead of extending forward, let the hand, once it hits the water, extend down and forward so we're getting right to this point. Now, one thing I did notice is, and this is something I'm talking about a lot with the kids, okay, we're not adding an anchor phase. At this point, her hand needs to roll down, fingertips toward the bottom, so her arm looks like this. And this is important that we're anchoring before we pull the water, because after this extension phase, after she extends, right here she's extending, after she extends, if she doesn't anchor, okay, let's go back. After she extends here, as she starts to pull, you can look at the orientation of her hand. Here's her hand, okay? You're going to be pulling yourself the opposite direction of where your palm is pointed. So her palm's angled down toward the bottom, which means she's pushing up at this angle. So she's pushing up. She's not pulling herself forward yet. Until here. Here her hand finally gets straight up and down. So this is the actual phase she's actually getting. This is the phase she's actually getting power and actually pulling herself forward. Now imagine at the anchor phase, right here when we go to initiate the pull, if she moves that hand down and forward, now she's going to gain a forward momentum through that entire phase of the pull. So if we look at it, this whole part, if we watch the arm travel from here all the way to here, that's a part of the pull where we're not getting forward movement. We're getting upward in forward movement, more upward than forward. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're losing pulling power. So make sure that after we extend, we turn that hand straight up and down so we're anchoring and pulling ourselves forward, and we'll gain 40% of our pull. I mean, we'll increase our pulling power by that much just because we're pulling that much more water, as opposed to waiting till this frame, this halfway point, to actually get the hand up and down and push ourselves forward. So again, the hand has to be straight up and down for you to pull yourself forward in the water. If it's angled, you're not going to really be pulling yourself. You're going to be pushing yourself up, and you're not going to have as much speed out of the arms. So good way to increase that power in the pull is to add that anchor phase. Remember, it's extend, anchor, then pull. Going into the turn. Solid turn. Pushing off on her back. I really like how she does that turn. Feet are a little separate. I saw this above the water. Let's try and get those all the way together, because that foot that's kind of hanging out there is really dragging through the water and it's causing you to lose speed. Waits till she's on her stomach to start that kick, or almost on her stomach. So that's really good glide. But here we go. We've started the kick, and where's the streamline? Eyes are up. Hands are apart. I mean, this whole streamline is completely broken down. We cannot let go of streamline this early, because once you let go of streamline, you've lost all your speed. And she is losing. I mean, she could be so much faster if she just keeps those hands together, keeps the head down. I mean, even here, her eyes are forward. That's incorrect. She wants to have her head down, under her arms, and her eyes down and back so that her head stays under her arms, which we've talked about before. And she needs to keep those arms tight. I mean, you just cannot be a fast swimmer if you do not have an effective streamline. And there's no streamline at all going on here. So she needs to really focus on maintaining that streamline. But strokes looks really solid. Her wall's really solid. I like her turn. It's just she's losing all she gets out of that turn because she's not really holding on to that streamline and using it effectively. So got to keep working on that. Got to keep building an appreciation for the streamline. And then add the anchor phase of that freestyle and get that recovery up higher over the water. And you know, a lot of stuff to think about, but really I like a lot of the things that are going right with this stroke. She's doing a lot of things we've been working on. Breathing low, still head, good head position, good body position. It's just this other tweaks are just little things we can do to improve her efficiency. It's not that she doesn't have an inefficient stroke. I really like what I'm seeing, and I look forward to seeing her at practice tonight.